the second part of our conversation, the first part, I wanted to talk about history. I want to talk about you. I want to talk about Boas Vides, and we'll talk about grapes a little bit more as well, because you already mentioned some of your machinations, some of your blending strategies, and I want to dig deeper into that. But right now, I'm going to use the Google Maps, and we are going to take a look at not just Boas Vides, but we're going to take a look at Galicia in general. We have the country of Spain right here, and as you can see, this area, it's the northwestern portion of Spain that sits right above Portugal. That is Galicia. So if we try to find Ribeiro on this map here, we can kind of dig a little bit deeper in. So we have the 5 DOs of Galicia, the most famous probably being Rias Baixas. Many of these regions are known for Albarino, but this is the Minho. The Minho kind of is the southern portion, where it runs kind of along the Portuguese border.
The border, exactly.
And eventually we get here to Ribeiro. So our positioning of Ribeiro is between Rias Baixas, Condado do Terra, which is in Albarino lands and considered to be a richer, more powerful style of Albarino, often blended with Trechadura, right?
Yeah, they have Trechadura in this area. In fact, this area was well known in the past as Condado de Terra.
Right.
It's not properly at Albarino, but now Albarino is in all parts.
Yes.
But in the old times, they made wine like Ribeiro, because it's an extension of the south of Ribeiro, and they blend Trechadura with Albarino with Loureira, and was very popular this area in the old times because this kind of blend. And for red wines they did the same blend, Caíño, Sauzón, and Brancellao, and it's very, very, very similar to Ribeiro. In fact, we have documentation about the middle of the area of the Condado de Terra, the middle, more or less, was Ribadavia wine in the Middle Age. We have some documentation about this area, the pen of the Ribadavia Condado, the Ribadavia count. But in 1832, Spanish government divided Galicia in 4 districts, and all this area went to Rias Baixas and went to Pontevedra, because that currently Condado belongs to Rias Baixas, Dio. But the climate is very similar to the south of Ribeiro.
That's very interesting. So just to clarify on what you said, just to understand it correctly, you're saying that historically parts of Condado do Terra used to be a part of Ribadavia, the greater Ribadavia region, and then they separated into the government separated into different zones, and the zone of Condado do Terra right here went to Pontevedra, went to this area, which became Rias Baixas, which are these kind of non-contiguous, non-connecting viticultural areas, but they're all essentially known for Albarino. So, we can kind of see that because both Condado do Terra and Ribeiro, they follow the Minho, which I believe is kind of going this way. They definitely can share similarities in climates, in terroir, in soils, because basically Ribadavia is a continuation of Condado do Terra, or other way around, depending on which way you look at it.
Well, we think if we think in the Minho River, in the Minho River Valley, it's very very long river. It's not very long for us. It's long, but in the
Right.
general terms, is a short is a short river, but
Mhm.
gives different climates. For instance, the Minho River gives in the Condado area is more humid than in the Abia or in near Orense because there is it's very near to the coast, and because of that, um, through Aguarda and Tui, where the Minho gives the river went to the sea, winds, humid winds and storms and rain uh, goes to the river, and because of that, the Atlantic influence in the Condado is much more than in the Abia or in the Ourense Minho River Valley. But it's not bad. It's just another microclimate, but
Yeah.
in the south, probably in the Arnoia River Valley, in the Ribeiro, is very, very similar to the Condado because of this influence. Go up to the river and arrive to Condado and Arnoia. The Abia River Valley is different because it's very protected to the mountains and is very complicated to have Atlantic influence in summer and spring too.
Yeah. So I can kind of see Ribeiro being in between like Condado de Tea, and then we're still following the Minho into Ribeira Sacra, and from my experience, Ribeira Sacra is quite a mountainous region, and so there's probably a little bit of an overlap with Ribeira Sacra in terms of like the hillsides and the mountain ranges that affect the microclimates of Ribeiro. Yes.
Well, Ribeira Sacra, the the Seal River and the canyon gives another microclimate. It's prone to have more storms, hailstorms than Ribeiro. This is because it's highest area, altitude, and because the canyon give this kind of microclimates. It's very, very common in spring and summer have hailstorms, but it's a nice place. No, Porto Marine for me is not the best place. For me, the best place is the Seal area and the Minho near Chantada. North Chantada for me is very humid and cold for wine for vines.
Gotcha. Yeah, within Ribeira Sacra, you have a lot of differing
Mhm.
regions, and I think that's really interesting to see kind of the levels, the quality from each of the regions of Ribeira Sacra. But so this is all of our Galicia, and now we're just going to close that all off, and we're going to look more specifically at where we are. So here is, we can kind of zoom in a little bit here. We have the Minho River flowing here, and it's going to continue on. And this is the blue indication right here. This is the Avia, correct?
Exactly. Yeah.
And essentially runs north to south here. Yeah, go ahead.
Just 40 kilometers is nothing. It's born in the mountains in Avion. In fact, the name Avion is the same. Is stream of water is the whole name. In the can you see after the Alvarejos is just in the near the Avion. Can you see Pena Corneira of the Beresmo? Is it Abelanda? Is the well? Is the the Avia is in the mountain of the Suido.
Mm.
We can see near the, how do you say, Nacimiento, is where
The
the,
birth, the origin.
exactly. And this is a very mountain area. It's very cold for wine. But after Beresmo, can you see Beresmo, more or less? The area can be better for wine because it's not too high, and there is a big canyon about 10 kilometers after Leiro. But well, this is faster than Inteiro. From Leiro, the valley is open, um, and big hills and slope hills and step vineyards can be found in Beran, in Leiro, San Lorenzo da Pena, of course, Beade, and the San Amaro. And in these places are the best places because in the canyon of the valley near Beres, between Beresmo and Leiro, in spring and summer is like Ribeira Sacra. Is prone to have hailstorms and heavy storms because the mountains and the canyon. But in this area between Leiro to Ribadavia, it's amazing. It's aristocratic area to make wines because it's very, very stable for storm, very stable in altitude. No, it's no frequent uh, different hazards. It's very stable, and the climate is microclimate is very good. We have from north to south a current. The wind is take place every day in from 200 to 400 meters altitude level of the sea. Because of that, it's very, very interesting um, to work in organic and in regenerative viticulture.
We're just gonna zoom out a little bit. We are here in España, and then we're gonna go into Galicia.
Mhm.
Then we are going to dive into Ribeiro, which gives you have a little bit of info here on Ribeiro, not too much. So I believe this would be where at least your winery is
Winery,
located.
exactly.
On,
It's close to the wall, the Ribadavia wall. It's a medieval village, and I built the new winery 4 years ago. Before that, my project I had to make wine in another winery.
mhm.
I don't know if you know in Riobo there is a little winery. It's belong to Iago Garrido. Finca Auga Levada. It's an organic wine grower. He give me a place to make and start my project in his winery. And 4 years ago, I built my winery in Ribadavia village. It's an old, very old village with a castle and a lot of medieval churches and streets. Because of that, for me, I was born near here. Was very important to live in this area. No, and is no emigrate to another part. And I don't love to have here vineyards and live in another part.
Yeah,
I would like to live here. It's very good, and it's a nice life because we have 4 seasons where you can find different environment. I know all my neighbors, friends, and it's like a little village in Italy, for instance, in Toscana, or in the best places where people is live slow, can have a conversation every day about time or weather or about everything. And it's very nice because when you talk about people, always have information because everyone talk about different things or the same things with a different how do you say, different point of view.
Yeah,
And
yeah, different point of view. Yeah,
you can have a lot of information about people, and it's very important for me to be happy in a place where I have the notion of the life, and I have time to realize about the things that happen in the life. And it's very important to have this rhythm and to project my life in this area, making wine as my grandparents or family in the old times.
so you would say you're where you are making wine right now. You live on the property too, right? That's also your house, correct?
Sorry, can you repeat it, please?
Sorry. You live at the same place you bake wine, or do you have a
Yes,
different?
yes, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah. Which is pretty classic for a colhetero. They
Yeah, yeah,
usually
exactly, exactly.
kind of a
Yeah.
garage winery,
I,
but
I love to know another places, and I went to Madrid for 2 years, and I went to London for a year, and I love to know another places, and other people, and other small producers, and other wineries in the world.
yeah.
I need to learn more about things, and war is a big place
Hmm.
where you have the possibility to learn a lot of things every single day, and it's very important to have journeys to learn more about people from different parts of the world. I love when I was in California for 15 days from California to Seattle, and I learned a lot about people that make wines in that places, and varieties, and the market, and a lot of things. And I love to learn every day. Fortunately, in these times, we have communications, and we have different things to learn every day about different parts of the world.
Yeah.
The most important is know where you have your base, your place to rest and to think,
Decompress, to think. Yeah,
like,
exactly.
think
Exactly.
slowly.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Part of the charm of this technology, of course, it's not it can't be compared to actually going to Ribadavia, going to Galicia. And for whoever's listening to this recording, I highly recommend visiting this area. But maybe we can just take a look at
Well,
this area
yeah,
and even drop in.
yeah. This is the well, this San Martino Street. San Martino Street is very. Do you know this area, San Martino Street, in the old times, very well known as the field of San Martino, San Martino's field. And in this area had wineries, the King Alfonso VIII, and the Cathedral of Santiago, and the Cathedral of Ourense had wineries in this area, and another aristocratic people from Galicia. We have documentation about this area because 12th century because was a very nice period. Well, we can see some bills and a lot of a lot of cars, but this area, this street, is very, very, very well. I love this street because there is a spring up the street, and we have a lot of people investing in Ribadavia to refurbish houses and to live here. It's not like a city, but it's a very comfortable place to live. This is the Progreso Street. It's the main street for cars. This street was created in the 19th century because in that times a lot of money from Argentina, Cuba, and Brazil give the opportunity to build a lot of builds and have a bank and another places and services. And if you follow this street, you will find the San Oburgo Bridge. Is the old bridge, but this is the old bridge, and you can see too at the bottom is the San Francisco Convent, and this is the Ribadavia monumental town, the Avia River Valley. This is the San Francisco Convent and church. From was the convent of San Francisco was very important in the old times because Franciscans, like a missions in San Francisco, came here in 1311. So in the beginning 14th century, and they built this convent. It was very, very important for people because they are Franciscans, have all these forests behind the convent. We have pictures beginning 20th century as vineyards. All these were vineyards. It's amazing, but
all along all these all these like hillsides, kind of
exactly. It was the vineyard from Franciscan vineyards. Yeah, this is the Avia, and you see that. And over there we have several churches because churches belong to the owner were cathedrals, monasteries, and another religious orders.
Yeah, it's a beautiful place. You know, if you obviously we can only capture it so much so with this technology, which in my view, in my opinion, is better than nothing. Where you know somebody who might be watching this or listening to this might be furious because a picture tells 1,000 words, and you can see if you see something, you want to be a part of it, and that's certainly the idea with this technology. But it doesn't come close to actually going to Ribadavia, going to this bridge, experiencing this area, and just soaking it all in because it's literally history in the streets, and then you can go and taste wines at Boas Vides, and it can be history in your glass, and so quite a transcendental experience, I would say. So let's jump from this on to our first vineyard here, which is San Lorenzo. Is it Do Pena or Da Pena or
Da Pena? Pena means a big stone.
What?
Pena means it's like a big stone.
Big stone. Big rock.
Yeah, big rock, exactly. And we have where you can see the photograph, the picture. Up there you can have a sign about a nice view. we have a big rock over there, and currently I recover here 2,500 meters, square meters, where you, if you approach, you go, you will see a big rock, and this is a nice, very telluric, spiritual place to be there, and left time go. It's a step slope vineyard, and here the most vines are red, because this place, all people told me time ago, is a very good place to make a red wine. There is a church. It's the old manor, a medieval manor from 12th century, and all these forests 50, 60 years ago were vineyards, but currently is abandoned the most place. My purpose, my illusion is recover little by little all this area, but probably I don't have time enough in my life to recover all this. But I will put my, how do you say in English, my granito de arena, my
My
little
little piece of sands, my little,
set,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's what else can you say? Like just a small drop, a drop in the water kind of thing, and like, yeah, it really is. It really is. Of course, it feels so insignificant in a sense because of the scope of this entire region, and especially just how much viticulture has impacted Ribeiro and Ribadavia. But step by step, piece by
exactly.
piece, uh, one vineyard after another, it
This
is
in this vineyard, you can see at the bottom, you can see the Cruzeiro de San Lorenzo da Pena. Is over there, exactly. Has a nice history about love, because in this cruise is a history like Romeo and Juliet,
mhm.
where two people lie and die, because they uh, were in love, and the families uh, no agree with this union, this
Marriage.
um,
Yeah.
this history about love, and because of that they decided to end this life in this cruise.
Yeah, let me see. I wonder. I've seen it. I've seen it in person, of course, but
Okay,
I've seen it on this
yeah,
before.
follow the road and you will see a camera up there. No, in the other side, in the other
Oh,
side,
you're here.
exactly, there is a big rock.
The Mirador. Let's see if we can.
Exactly, exactly. This is a big rock, and over there is the cruise. Yeah, here's the cruise. Exactly. You have the hand. It's
Technology is the worst, but it's not too far over there. It is. Look at that,
exactly. This is
beautiful.
the one of the oldest cruise in Galicia from 16th century. The most cruise in Galicia are from 70 to 19th century, but this is from 16th century. It's very, very rustic cruise, but it's amazing because we have the only the history about love in this cruise. The most cruises are a point where the ways conflude. Cruise is a place to for people to the devil and the good are in this area, and because of that, it's sacralized part of the protect from devil, from
From the evil spirits.
exactly. And it's because in Galicia there are a lot of cruise, but this cruise is very significant because the here is a place secure for in love people.
Yeah, the viticultural Romeo and Juliet, right?
Exactly.
Two warring, two conflicting winemaking families, and the the children who
Yeah. This is the secure place for they and for to go to the eternity. Love go to the eternity here.
absolutely, absolutely. So a little bit about, of course, viticulturally, right? It's ideal place for regenerative organic viticulture.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
you were telling me about who you're telling about the gentleman who came by, and the famous sommelier who dubbed this the DRC of Galicia.
We're here in the in this vineyard.
Yeah, you were. Was it Pituroca? Pituroca.
Ah, yes, exactly. Pitu Roca, yes, exactly. Pitu Roca told about this cruise and this vineyard like Romane Conti of Galicia.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
The DRC, the Romane
Uh,
Conti of
and
Galicia.
this year, I saw Marta Cortizas. Marta Cortizas is the head sommelier of Pitu Roca, the Cellar Roca, and he came to Ribadavia, and he told me, Pitu, send you how do you,
Says hello.
no, yeah, and he remembered very well the Romane Conti of Galicia and your cruise because he loved this meeting over there. Yeah, 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 exactly.
Yeah, I think that is so interesting. I mean, obviously, in both the case of Domaine de la Romane Conti and this Crucero, there's a lot of history, but it all ties into the monastic orders, the monasteries that
Exactly.
would come to areas that they would find had the perfect slopes and the perfect sun exposure and the right soils for the region that could create very high quality wines.
Yes.
And they would set up their monasteries there, and they would tend the vineyards, and then they would make the wine. And it's still the case, and it's still the situation where a lot of these vineyards are some of the best in the world. And Domaine de la Romane Conti is just the most extreme example, let's put it that way, the most pricey, the most expensive example of this. But you can find these cruceros, these crosses, these ancient monasteries, and many of these vineyards are still ideally situated, and many of these vines are still old vines, high quality vineyards.
They create a culture. They create a culture, in fact, and they create a landscape and uh, too much histories about people that work in these vineyards in the old times. A lot of people, maybe can be people that you don't know, and people that contribute to have a culture in this area and create a new concept and a new life for a lot of people in the old times to now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's amazing to think about that because we are insignificant in all this period. Monasteries create the possibility to have a place with a nice history, very passionate history. All this area is crowded by wineries, medieval wineries, abandoned sometimes.
Hmm.
Sometimes, if you go through the forest, you can find wineries, all press, and a lot of things that remember the old times and the glorious times. And cruises are another build that belong to all this history.
Yeah. So you were saying that all of these forested kind of shrublands, like these trees here, that
Mm.
used to be all
Exactly,
vineyard area.
exactly.
Yeah.
I have too much work to do. And
Indeed, piece by piece, step by step. That's
uh,
really what it's all about.
6 hours before I went to the vineyard to check very well, because this year will be probably an early harvest, because time is very good. We need some rain. We need some rain because it's very dry. Everything is very dry, but it is fine. And I was watering the new vines, because this area that we can see was recovered 3 months ago, and we have new slopes of the new walls with little vines. So it's a very hard work, because summer for little vines is very complicated. It's very hot and dry, but we need to care every day all this vineyard to have very good quality grapes for make premium wines.
Hmm. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, for the most part, for your older vines, not for these new young vines, you do dry harvest and no irrigation.
No, I don't like to irrigation, to watering. Just when they are 1 2 years, to help if we have a long summer. I need to be care. I need to care little ones, but currently we don't me. For me, I don't love to watering all vines, and no vines from 3 years uh, to 75 years. I don't watering vines. I prefer
Yeah.
to have very um, mm, when you prune, and when you care vines, you have to decide to cut branches
Hmm.
to help vines to resist summer. And sometimes, if I have, for instance, 10 branches in the vine, I cut 5 branches to help vine to survive and give very better quality.
Makes sense. Yes. So, what is it? Like kind of like I forget the terminology for that, but yeah, just
It's green.
green harvest. Yes, green
Exactly.
harvest.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So, the, increases concentration, but yeah, I mean, for important point is for older vines. I don't know if does Ribeiro have like a DO requirement where they tell you not to, they're not allowed to water, like, or is it kind of up to the producer?
Well, the big industries try to watering and irrigation is
Yeah,
taking place little by little in the big industry and the big vineyards, new vineyards.
right.
For us, for small producers, it's more important to help vines to deep with the roots to the rock,
Right.
goes to the rock, and little by little have a vineyard that resists better
Mm-hmm.
uh, um, dry season. We have climate change, in fact, in this area, but uh, all this area, San Pena is between 200 to 300 meters. It's about 265 meters.
Mm-hmm.
It's a nice altitude, and is cooler than the other part, and it's relative. It's fine to have a vineyard without irrigation.
Mm-hmm.
So just water the little ones when you plant, but the rest vines have to be um, work to go deep and reach the rock and go very inside.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's you need that structure for the roots to really dig deep so they can get the water and the nutrients. And yeah, it allows, I mean, I'm I believe it reduces the amount of grapes, the yields, the
Mhm.
quantities, but it makes the flavor so much more concentrated
Exactly,
and
exactly,
um,
exactly.
so much
Less
more
less
complex.
yield, less yield, but more quality.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So you said that San Lorenzo is mostly red grapes. We have Espadero, Caino Longo, Caino da
Yeah,
Terra,
the
Carabiniera, and
Carabinieri.
Garnacha.
Yeah,
Is that Garnacha,
Garnacha,
Garnacha Tintorera or Garnacha?
Garnacha Tintorera is
Okay,
La Cambouche. La
Alcante Boucher.
Cambouche is a foreign variety that came here 100 years ago, and a lot of people put this variety because gives color and acidity.
Mm-hmm.
And was another times where people ask for very deep red and very acid. Currently, I prefer to recover the old varieties, indigenous varieties, but I preserve a very small vine in this area with 75 years old Garnacha Tintorera. And it is fine because I don't just with three uh, treatments with caldo bordelés. I use bordelés Cooper.
The Bordeaux mixture. Yep.
Exactly.
Proper.
It's measure. Exactly. It's enough. Enough.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
amazing. It's amazing.
Do you get a lot of like mold and mildew pressure in this area?
No, it's in fact it's a very good place to have an organic vineyard, and sometimes it depends on in May or beginning June can be a time for storms, and sometimes we have a very hot day, and after that, in the end of the day, a storm gives humidity and can be bad to have mildew. But
Yeah.
in this area, we have the north wind and this dry all this humidity, and
Mm-hmm.
it's very nice. I'm very happy with this area. It's it's amazing because when I was 25 years old, I were looking for a nice place that had spiritual sensation and views, nice views, and a lot of things, and with a lot of history. Because for me, it was very important to have a vineyard in a place with a huge history, because that means another people works in the past, and it's probably the mistakes were less than a new area
Yeah.
where you can try new things. But here
Yeah.
is just looking for histories, looking for vines, looking for, because in this area we have histories from 12th century, let's, and it's very important for me. Mistakes were in the past, and I have enough information to have little mistakes.
Reduce the amount of mistakes. Yeah, it's interesting. Definitely, the history informs viticulture a little bit. And you mentioned that this vineyard was you planted it with red grapes because was it a neighbor, was somebody who lived, or the previous owner of
Yes, exactly.
told you that it is that a very suitable area for red grapes? Is that correct?
Yeah, the old owners, the previous owners, they had this vineyard from 300 years ago, neighbors, and because the previous owner is the name is Alvaro was bad, because healthy, but it's and he couldn't work the vineyard. And when I talked with him about to purchase the wine, um, he said to me, "It's a very special vineyard. It's always it's very good maturation, and for red wines, it's amazing." And he told me about the varieties and the history of his family, and how their parents working here. A lot of information for me is very important to know everything about this area. And he told me it's a very secure place to have a vineyard, because always you will always have yields. You will always have very good grapes. Don't worry about that. Just be careful with the yields. Be careful with the varieties. Choose very well the varieties. In the vineyard, there is a place very interesting for red, and another very little to have some white varieties, but the most are red varieties. We have water in the because we have a spring in the vineyard. It's very important because you need to. I love and currently and I'm preparing a meeting in the Cruzeiro to see the eclipse. Eclipse? How do you say in English?
Eclipse, yeah.
Eclipse. And in San Lorenzo is the. Do you know the stars in San in the 10th of August? You have the backward of San Lorenzo, the tears of San Lorenzo. Do you know it's the stars? How do you say? It's, you can see the whole firmament, the whole sky in the night, and see the stars go and
Shooting stars, like,
exactly. It's amazing. It's amazing.
wow. Yeah,
And
that's incredible.
and then and all your customers and you too are invited to come here, and the day the 12th of August for this meeting, to drink wine, to have good cheese, good conversation, and night views, and see the sky, and sometimes reach to the heaven.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. Yeah, I'll pass it along. That sounds beautiful. All right, so we went from San Lorenzo de Pena. We are going here to Petiteros,
Hermos.
Bazos Hermos. This one
Exactly.
we can't. I don't think we can see. I think we can't really come down here with the little street view, but we can just kind of look at its positioning here So, what is Pazos Ermos? Just is it a city or?
Pathos Hermos is about 155, 65, 200 meters, and it's in a nice area. The first vineyard was San Lorenzo da Pena, but maybe 1 year after, I find Pathos Hermos by chance, because I get an old path, and suddenly I found a big rock and a precious stone, and I was in love with this area. And I asked people that lives in Pathos Hermos about all this area, because it was abandoned, and they told me this was very nice area that belonged to the code of Ribadavia and to the monastery of San Claudio. For me, it was enough, because I thought, if the San Claudio monastery was here and the cult of Ribadavia was here, is because this area is very good. And I will try to find more about documentation, and ask people about the possibility to plant white varieties here. And the most people told me this is very good for white and red varieties. Don't worry about that. But it's a driest area than San Lorenzo da Pena. And the soils are not granitic, it's low, and it's very compact in summer. And I need to work very careful the soils, but it's very good. Gives a very good quality, but need to work very well in spring and autumn. Put another how do you say, cover the roads with herb, with another herbs to protect.
Yeah, cover plan, cover, yeah,
Exactly.
cover plans.
But it's fine, and I'm very happy. I went to this area yesterday to see how the hot affect, because now resting. I don't, for me, the month of July and August, the most time the vines have to rest, have to be quiet, don't touch, don't do anything, because need little by little to recover and to how do you say, convert sap to sugar. And now it's fine, little jit, but it's, for me, it's fine. Yeah. And it's very interesting. The old press is from 6th to 12th century. Well, there is a little house. It's ruined. It's no, it's archaeologic rest, and it's a nice views. It's you see, you can see a little village with several houses over there, and this is Pathos Hermos, the name. But this vineyard, the name is Colheteiros, and means a plant. The name is Peite, and the area where this plant grown is Colheteiros, where the vineyard is. Yeah. Overlooking, we can see the hill of Beade. It's at the other side of the valley in the picture. And because this vineyard is like a mirador, it's similar to San Lorenzo da Pena, but it's less altitude. And there is a very little river. It's the Lentilla River. And all this area is very well documented in the Middle Age. We have here Trechadura, we have Albarino, we have a little Loureira, we have a lot of Lado too. It's a very interesting variety, indigenous variety, and we have Verdelho Antigo. Redeño Antiguo is like an old Godello. And
Old form of Gadeo.
exactly. And I have a small plot of land of Brancillao, it's a red one, and Espadeiro too. Yeah,
Wonderful. So this is lower elevation than,
exactly.
but you find that even though even though this potatoes Pasas Hermas misspell like hell, sorry. Even though this vineyard is smaller or lower elevation than San Lorenzo, you find that white grapes do better here.
Well, it's hotter than San Lorenzo da Pena. We have a wind from north to south, but how it's less altitude is more cálid wind. In San Lorenzo is coolest wind. It's different. It's different. The two vineyards are interesting, but my preferred one is San Lorenzo da Pena.
Gotcha. Okay, and then we have Formiguera.
Formiguera is in Francelos, near Ribadavia. It's a very small plot of land from my family. Well, my family, my grandparents, grandparent, um, uh, was a very famous colheiteiro in this area in Francelos. And he has different plot of land, about 1.5 hectares. But he sold all these vineyards because he had a son. The son was bad. It's tuberculosis. Do you know tuberculosis was very bad disease? But because of that, my grandparent had to sell the most vineyards to provide medicinas. How did you say medicinas? Treatment, and goes to Spain to in the different parts of Spain to try to save his son. At the end,
You went seeking out doctors.
Was a sad history. And well, my mother and my father had a little small plot of land, and I was born in this vineyard in the Formiguera. Because of that is what I love this place, because remember my childness and my family. And here I planted in 2001, between 1998 to 2001. So I recover all this because it was abandoned. Like you can see over the vineyard, there is a little forest. And I recover and replant with Soson. Soson is a very black and strong variety with a lot of acidity and very tannic variety. Gives a nice color and have a nice attitude to age well.
In many wine regions, the river plays a very big role in the region itself. What role does the Avia play in Ribadavia?
Yeah, two things. Soils, the most are granitic soils. North to east to south, the wind, climate conditions to have a good viticulture and organic viticulture. Avia, if you can see, the most places from north to south to Ribadavia, and here there is about 400 meters altitude, and in Ribadavia is 100 meters. It's a deep valley with a place where the winds came to the north and give nice a nice microclimate to the all this area. And granitic soils give more fresh and acidity to wines and provide very balanced pH, cool wines. Is, is my opinion about this area.
We talked a bit about the grapes already, but let's just do a review because, in fact, there's so many different grapes and how they all play in the blend. So I know you make a white wine, which is on its way to California pretty soon. But with whites, the grapes that you have in your vineyards, we have Treixadura, Albarino, Lado, Caíño Branco, Albio d'Avia, Verdelho Antiguo, and Loureira. What's your kind of blending philosophy when it comes down to all of these distinct grapes?
Well, Treixadura is a very good variety because has a very strong body. It's a little acidity. It's like a Viognier, and it's very aromatic. It's like it's acacia, it's a mimosa. It's fantastic because resists very well sound and hot, but need another varieties with acidity. Because of that, I love Albarino and Loureira because they give acidity. Albarino has a very nice white flower nose, attitude to age well. Loureira is very, very well known because it's acidic variety and gives a very interesting laurel nose.
Laurel, yeah.
Exactly. And Lado is good because it's very, very strong variety with acidity and nose. Very short. Only if you put just alone, gives some alcoholic wine, but if you put with another varieties, gives this alcohol is gentle because the blend is it's a balance and the acidity and is no very acidated. It's aged well and it's complete very well the blend. Caíño Blanco is amazing. It's a very acidic variety. Gives short yields. It's very, very, no, it's not too much yields. Verdelho Antiguo is the old Godello. It's a very gentle variety. It's very balanced. It's less acid than Albarino and Lado, but it's very balanced, gentle, glycerin variety, and complete very well the harmony and the balanced wine. Yeah, I think Treixadura is about 50%, and the rest are between 10 to 20%. It depends on the yield because sometimes I have to better harvest with Treixadura. Sometimes I have better harvest with Lado. It depends on the time and the year. Every year is different, and every variety has different yields and different conditions in every
and different picking dates too, right?
It's exactly. It's not always the same wine and the same time. It's not nature is this way, and wine is this way too.
Yeah. Which one of these is the earliest ripening, and which one of these is the latest ripening?
The latest are Treixadura, Loureira, Lado, and Caíño Blanco too. And the earliest is Albarino, Albilla d'Avia, and Verdelho Antiguo. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, it's quite interesting to reframe that conversation from, oh, it's a single vineyard, a single grape, single everything, to the all of these great, it's still single vineyard, right? We're still really dealing with these small vineyards, but the interaction of each grape plays a role into making,
Mm.
2 + 2 = 5, making a better wine than just the sum of its parts. So I think that's really something special here. So moving on to reds. So comment on some of these as well, but we have in your vineyards we have Espadero, Caíño Longo, Caíño da Terra, which I believe you make a single varietal Caíño da Terra, correct?
Well, Caño da Terra, we can find another name about this variety. In the east of Galicia, the people name this variety as Tamarrica. It's a very weird name. It's very complicated to pronounce.
That is a challenging name, yes.
But Caño da Terra is a very versatile variety. Can be it depends on the weather in this year, but can be very fresh variety when it's young, when you have, for instance, at the end of August, in the middle of September, retains acidity and gives very strong wine with very tannic and blackberry fruit. And if you left the to 14, 15 degrees, can be a very strong and how do you say, black fruit like a Barolos, like a
Mhm.
Barolos. So for me, it's very interesting because I can play with variety to blend or to make alone. Alone is not just alone, just with some Brancellao and Caño Longo, because Brancellao is a very gentle variety, give harmony to the rest of the varieties because it's very glyceric, it's very smart, it's a variety colorless without color. It's like a white, but it's fantastic, aromatic. It's amazing. Was the main variety, red variety in Galicia. It's like a Pinot Noir, but less color, and complete very well the blend. And for me, it's very interesting to put with Caño da Terra with another varieties. And Caño Longo is different because Caño Longo is the bunch is very long because it's Caño Longo, long.
Mhm. Long, yeah.
Gives a very fresh wine with acidity and red fruit. It's amazing to drink young, and if you decide to make a wine to last to aging, it's amazing too. Just it's very long, need more time in the vineyard, need more, it's later maturation, but it's very resistant to diseases and apart to the rest of varieties, the acidity and the red fruit. Carabuñeira is like a Toriga Nacional. It's a strong variety with a nice body, nice acidity. It's very, very balanced. And it's very structured to support the rest of the varieties. Espadero is indigenous variety that give us, it's very well known because it's like a pyrazine, it's like a green pepper. Is
Mm.
if you like green pepper and taste espadero, is like drink green pepper juice.
Wow.
It's very emotional to put all this together and to find this green pepper sometime in the wine because you can realize, oh, this is the espadero,
Yeah.
and place a small rule, but it's enough just about 20-25%. It depends on the year. What else? Alakambuche is an acidic and tannic variety, and is fresh, very prone to oxidate, but is no problem because the rest of varieties has a very good aging, prone to age well. And I don't know if Sauzon is a very tannic variety. It's with a lot of color. We have to be careful. 5 years ago, I made a wine just with Sauzon, but no punch down, no touch the cap, no touch the grapes,
Really,
and
no
give,
punch downs at all?
yeah, and give the wine was very nice. I remember always the opinion of my friend Miguel Crunia, the Atlantic sommelier, when he told me this variety is fantastic. You have to make wine with this variety. Don't touch it, because with a small intervention can give a very nice wine with but need time, a lot of time, because I remember was 2021, and in 2024 I released the wine, was very good, but need time. Yeah.
Excellent. So for at least for this one here, for our Boas Vides 2022 Tinto, what's the blend?
The blend is Caño da Terra. Caño Terra is Caño Longo, Carabunheira, Espadeiro, Brancejao, a little Sauzon, and a little portion of Alakambuche.
Yeah, you point out the Espadero characteristic, that pyrazinic note.
Yeah.
I think it works so well in this wine. I think it plays so well. It's kind of counter to the Carabuniera's like rich intensity, and the Sauzon's like an additional kind of lift of tannin. We've covered a lot of ground today, so I want to thank you so much for your time, and have a great rest of your day, and we'll keep in touch. And thank you so much, Antonio.
Thank you, Simon. Thank you for your patience. And
your English is wonderful.
I wait for all of you here in Ribeiro. I wait for all of you and your customers to come here and see again, and taste wine, and taste terroir, taste the rest of the territory. And thank you for giving me the opportunity to explain my project, to have my wine in California. I wait this wine can be pleasant and give some happiness to people. It's very important to be happy in these times. Wine contribute. I would like to can contribute is happiness and health.
Indeed. Thank you.